Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the comp briefing for Lasham, Thursday, 22nd of August, 2024. So this synoptic situation, this is as of last night, and we've been talking quite a bit about these low pressures between Iceland and Scotland. It's getting nearer and nearer and nearer, getting deeper and deeper and deeper. If you run this through to midday today, you can see that the whole of the South England is covered in two fronts, really. There's a cold front that's very active, and there's a weakening front directly behind it. And the isobars are very close together, so we're going to be in a very strong west-northwesterly airflow today, with plenty of rain and clouds associated with it. Spot winds are indicating winds at 2,000 foot of anywhere between 20 knots to the north and 45 knots to the south. And the cloud radar indicates quite clearly the amount of cloud associated with them frontal systems, and we're going to be sat underneath this pretty well all day. There's a very, very small chance that after about 4 o'clock today, we may get a little bit of a clearance through here, but I don't think the winds are going to abate enough for the evening group to do any flying with that. It's a rain radar, so the actual radar, you can see we've got rain pretty well throughout the whole of the country, and more of it coming in from the west. And if we go to the predicted Met rain forecast, so this is 8:30 today, and if I run this through 10:30, this rain just sort of is constant really from west to east throughout. And I mentioned a small window of opportunity around about 4 o'clock onwards. But the problem with this is I think it's going to fill in behind. There's going to be more and more showers, and the wind is going to be the issue. And notice this really bad patch of weather that's going to hit the west of Ireland by 5 o'clock today. And that is then going to hit us overnight and maybe first thing tomorrow morning. Local forecast is overcast all day with rain up to around about 4 o'clock. Southwesterly winds 10 knots or more, but the problem we've got really is gusting 30, 35 knots on the ground throughout the day. GFS is indicating max temperature today of 17 with the dew point down at 15, so that tells its own story. And if I look out the window now, the windsock is doing its bit, very blustery, a bit of rain on the camera, and see this overcast cloud. That's just in front of some more rain, I fear. Okay, temperature today at the moment at Lasham is 15 degrees, dew point down at 12. And if we look at what the wind is starting to do, I'll do a quick refresh on that. You can see that in the last 5 minutes or so, we've had gusts of 25, and just before that, gusts of 28 knots on the ground at Lasham. Dave has got nothing for today. Maybe something tomorrow afternoon with a bit of luck. Okay, so this is the Odium METAR, 60 knots from the southwest, and the TAF is so long I'd fall asleep by the time I'd read it all. So I'll go straight on to the Farnborough one, 40 knots from the southwest, a few clouds at 2,300 feet. But if we run through the TAF for Farnborough, the classic thing really is 60 knots from the southwest with gusts of 30 knots, and various visibility low, light rain, broken clouds, light rain and drizzle, all pretty well throughout the day. Okay, needless to say, top meteors indicating we're not going to do anything here today. And if I run through the significant weather, so 6 and 9, 10 o'clock today, overcast and rain pretty well throughout the day. The actual heavy rain is going to hit here around about 12 o'clock, and we're stuck with that pretty well for the rest of the day until, as I mentioned earlier, around about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock this evening. It could clear, but my fear is there'll still be strong winds behind that. Sky sights exactly the same, total washout day. And if I run through the point forecast, as you can see, you've got clouds around about 1,800 foot at the moment, but slowly descending throughout the day. And then there's a big wodge of heavy cloud at midnight tonight as that extra front comes through that I showed you earlier. And winds pretty well straight down the strip, 230 thereabouts, gusting 34, 35 knots. Even tonight, when that heavy rain comes through, gusting 40 knots. So I won't bother with the NOTAMs today because we're not going to be worrying about that. So if I quickly go on to the operations today, then here's the cross section. You can see clearly everything is getting worse and worse and worse. And Cloud base going to be well below 500 feet later on. Severe turbulence all the way through the day today. Winds gusting 34 in the morning, 32 later on, and yeah, a strong wind warning basically. So then there is a possible Beach 200 maintenance check flight today. They've been threatening this for a while. You may have heard the ground run tests they were doing yesterday. I think they've got to the back of that now, and they would like to do the air test if the weather's good enough for them. But suffice to say that today all gliding is scrubbed, competition and club. See you later. Bye.